Your voice, your vote, and former mayor of Cranston, Alan Fung, opening up his campaign office in Cranston this weekend. It was a full house at Fung's headquarters on Rolfe Square. Supporters turned out to distribute campaign signs. Fung, who served as Cranston mayor for more than a decade, is running as a Republican for Congress. In Providence, the Jewish Alliance of Greater Rhode Island will host a community forum with mayoral candidates Gonzalo Cuervo, Nerva LaFortune, and Brett Smiley all taking part. The program will be in person at the Juarez JCC on Elm Grove Avenue. It begins at 5:30. It'll run about 90 minutes. The program is free and open to all. And the primary election in Rhode Island is 2 weeks from tomorrow, and early voting has begun. If you're interested in taking part, you can stop at any Board of Canvasser location across the state to submit your early ballot. Remember, the primary is September 13th. Voters in Massachusetts looking to take part in the upcoming primary. Early voting in the Bay State has also begun. You can take part by going to your city or town hall. The primary in Massachusetts is September 6th. And if you'd like to learn more about the upcoming elections in both Massachusetts and Rhode Island, or read more about the candidates, we have an election guide up on our website. That's ABC6.com. Still to come here on ABC6 News at noon, a series of problems leads NASA to scrub today's launch of Artemis when the space agency hopes to reschedule. And we'll get a look at the full 7-day forecast with Chelsea right after this. But out of that high-stakes space mission, NASA in the final hour scrubbing the launch after multiple complications. The mission meant to serve as a test flight ahead of the 2024 launch that will eventually carry humans to the moon. ABC's Morgan Norwood is at the Kennedy Space Center with more on the next attempt.
Just minutes after the launch window for Artemis 1's most powerful rocket in the world was set to open, NASA scrubbing the unmanned mission due to a series of complications.
Launch Director Charlie Blackwell-Thompson has called a scrub of the attempt of launch of Artemis 1.
All morning, crews have been scrambling to address a cascade of problems. First, lightning, which NASA says delayed the process of tanking, which includes filling the rocket's core stage with liquid oxygen and hydrogen, followed by a leak in the hydrogen fuel line, then a crack in the inner tank. But it was an issue with an engine that caused NASA to scrub the launch altogether.
We don't launch until it's right. They're taking an opportunity while that vehicle is still fueled up to work this problem, and they're going to work it. They'll get to the bottom of it. They'll get it fixed, and then we'll fly.
The plan was for the Artemis 1 to carry the Orion capsule into orbit, go around the world once toward the moon, then loop around the moon before coming back to Earth.
You can't test the heat shield in a lab. You've
Right.
got to put it, and it's coming in hot. It's coming in fast. It's coming in 5,000 degrees.
Once the rocket launches, the mission is expected to take roughly 40 days to complete before the Orion capsule returns to Earth. And by 2024, Americans could be going to the moon to stay.
This mission being successful is a sign to the world and to the American people that we've been doing our best with your resources. And so thank you. We owe them that.
And the next launch window is Friday, just after 12 noon. In the meantime, crews will be working to fix everything that was discovered today. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News at Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Chelsea Priest.
Oh, it's a really nice Monday across southern New England. Some passing fair weather clouds out there. Otherwise, sunshine, warm temperatures, and increasing humidity levels. Temps right now are in the low to mid 80s for our inland spots. And then along the coastline with the breeze coming in off the water, temps are in the upper 70s right now, topping out a few degrees warmer than where we're at right now, mid to even upper 80s for our inland spots and right around 80 degrees along the coastline for highs today. Now the average high for the Providence area is down to 80 degrees. We're losing daylight minutes each and every day. That means that those average temperatures start dropping a bit. So we're above average outside right now. And we're going to stay above average through a lot of that 7-day forecast, considering our average high is 80 degrees. 2022 already the warmest August on record at TF Green. It looks like we're going to be staying warm and muggy through the last few days of this month. The breeze is coming in out of the south to the southeast right now, but more so southwest as we head through the remainder of the afternoon hours, about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So a little bit of a breeze picking up. The dew points with that breeze are starting to climb. We started the day on the comfortable side of things, especially in southeastern Mass. Dew points were down to the 50s. We were hovering around 60 degrees for that dew point in the Providence area. And now the dew points are hovering closer to 70 degrees. And 70 is when we start to feel a bit more uncomfortable. That makes us feel a bit warmer. 85 for a feel-like temperature in Providence, and then along the coastline, the feel-like temperature already at 80 degrees. Now, as we head through the day today, those dew points continue to climb, staying in that 70s range through the rest of the day today. Overnight stays very humid. All day Tuesday stays very humid. Now, for the first half of Wednesday, the humidity levels stay in that uncomfortable level of things, and then they drop so quickly. That line goes right down as we head through the later part of the day on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, looking incredibly comfortable here in southern New England, especially in the morning hours. It'll be cool, it'll be comfortable, feeling like fall for our mornings in the next couple of days. Not today, not tomorrow, not Wednesday. Thursday morning, really comfortable. And then that's going to be behind this cold front that's up to our north and our west that's coming through. We'll look for scattered rain coming into the area late tomorrow night and into Wednesday morning. Mainly sunny today. Overnight with the high humidity levels, expect some patchy fog, but sunshine for most of the day tomorrow, partly sunny day. Late tomorrow night, clouds increase, and then by early in the morning, we'll be tracking some rain and even a few isolated rumbles of thunder possible. For the first part of the day on Wednesday, by noontime, we're back into sunshine, and that's when you'll notice humidity levels beginning to drop. Tropics starting to pick up a bit. There is one area in the National Hurricane Center is watching in the central part of the Atlantic that has a high chance of development in the next 48 hours to 5 days. A couple of other locations the National Hurricane Center watching as well. It's been really, really quiet in the Atlantic Basin this summer, but this is the time of year that we do start to see that activity really ramping up, and we can see that with the multiple areas National Hurricane Center is watching. So we'll keep an eye on that as we head through the coming days. Mid-80s today, a warm, humid afternoon. Tonight we have some patchy fog with high humidity levels, and then tomorrow you're looking at sunshine for most of the day, some passing clouds developing into the afternoon. Highs in the mid to upper 80s on Wednesday with some morning rain. From there, much more comfortable for later in the week. Doreen?
All right, Chelsea, thanks. Still to come here at noon. The new way Google Meet users will be able to mute themselves with a new trick that's similar to Zoom's features. And say hello fall with Starbucks. Details on the launch of its autumn menu and that popular pumpkin spice latte. Back now with your consumer news. Google Meet is rolling out an unmute shortcut similar to Zoom's push-to-talk feature. Users will be able to unmute themselves by holding down the space bar, and they'll be muted again by releasing it. The feature will be available next month, but you'll have to enable it in settings. Game handles are coming to Netflix. The streaming site is testing them on some mobile titles. The goal is to have subscribers play Netflix mobile games with each other and rank themselves on leaderboards. It's already up and running on Into the Breach and other titles. And Starbucks' popular pumpkin spice latte returns. It's available starting tomorrow, but be ready to pay a little more for it. Depending on the location, the grande-sized hot PSL will cost customers between $5.45 and $5.95. That's about a 4% increase compared to last year. Also returning, the pumpkin cream cold brew apple crisp macchiato and apple crisp oat milk macchiato. Still to come here at noon. Why you'll want to circle this Saturday as a day ahead of the movies. And Chelsea has another look at your afternoon forecast right after this. Gonna see a movie and maybe save a few bucks? Well, for one day this year, September 3rd, tickets will cost just $3 at a majority of American theaters. It's part of a newly launched National Cinema Day to lure moviegoers during a quiet spell at the box office. More than 3,000 locations, including AMC and Regal Cinemas, are participating, as well as the major studios for $3. Cool. How about it?
That's a great deal.
Right? It is a really good deal. Then you don't feel so guilty about the $10 popcorn and soda.
The biggest one.
Exactly.
You have to.
I mean, if you're only paying $3 for your ticket.
It's like, oh, it's a quarter more
Right.
for the. Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
Give me the most movie theater popcorn I can get.
And all the butter.
Oh, it's so good. Now I want to go to the movie. Wait till September 3rd. Is it on the 7th day? I'm trying to think. Thursday?
It is. It's Saturday.
All right.
Saturday.
Well, there you go. Oh, Saturday's
I
going
know,
to be a
it's so
nice day.
Go early.
Yeah, maybe go earlier. Sorry. Sorry for that that lure to the movie theater. It looks like it's going to be a nice day as we head into the end of the week. Today is warm and humid. Tomorrow is warm and humid. Overnight, Tuesday into Wednesday, a cold front comes through, and then beyond that, really nice stretch for Thursday and into Labor Day weekend.
Sounds good. Chels, thank you. And thank you for joining us for the news at noon. The news continues first at 4. Have a great day, everybody.